All right. Today's date is 12 May 2025. If you watch this video, this is the day, this date is the day this video was created. 12 May 2025. Big bro. All right. I have a very interesting topic for us that I think it's high time we talked about it. And I will also explain in details why. I will break it down in details. At the end of this class, you should be able to learn one or two things that you have never, I promise you have never heard it anywhere. You've never heard it anywhere. You will learn something new at the end of this video. So I will encourage you to stay till the end of it. Okay? 10 reasons why I picked polygamy over monogamy. That's the topic. Let me get my brother. All right, big bro. Take care. Going to work. 10 solid reasons. Reasons are many. But 10 reasons why I picked polygamy over monogamy. I understand that this video might trigger some women, but I'm sorry. If you're a woman listening, I'm sorry. It's just the truth. Sometimes the truth triggers, but it's the truth. And again, I want to make this disclaimer. This video is only for African people. It's not for the West. It's not for Americans and all of that. American practice, in fact, it's illegal for you to practice polygamy in America. So it's only for my African people. All right, let's continue. 10 reasons why Africans, 10 reasons why I picked polygamy over monogamy. I'll start in the sequence from 10 to number 1. From number 10, most important, to I'll move in that sequence to number 9, to number 8, here. But a little intro. Recently discussing, one or two discussion popped up. Yeah, I had a little fight with my family because the way they see polygamy and the way I see polygamy is not the same. But we resolved it and we're good. We're good. But I want to highlight something. In case they will watch it, it will be fine if they watch it. Or anybody who is having doubt with polygamy, maybe because Christianity frowns about it. But I have checked the Christianity, I've checked the Bible. That is the manual of the Christianity. The director, I've checked the manual, and I have never seen one single place where God or Jesus Christ was condemning polygamy. So it doesn't make sense when they are telling me that God doesn't like polygamy and all of that. I've never seen where, in fact, the people in the Bible that practice polygamy, God was very, very happy with themselves. God called David a man after my heart. He was polygamous. Solomon and a lot, I can't start naming them. God never condemned it nowhere. The only line they always bring out to me is where they say that if you are a polygamous man, you cannot work in the church. But even that phrase it's misunderstood a lot, because the only thing there is that the leader of the church, a pastor, shouldn't be a pastor or a reverend or anyone who is the leader of the church. That's just the only one place that says that the leader of the church cannot be polygamous, should marry only one wife. But I can bring a lot of places and a lot of instances where you can see the Bible supporting polygamy. But that is not the essence of this video. I just wanted to do that intro before we go in with 10 reasons why polygamy is supposed to be a necessity over monogamy. At the end of this video, you will learn a lot, I promise you. Just take your seat and sit down and just listen, okay? In the sequence, number 10, spreading wealth through family, society, and even nations. Say number 10, reason why polygamy is a necessity. As I'm calling them, I will be explaining them one after the other. I just sat down immediately. I wrote this down before. Just within 1 minute, I wrote all 10 out. But I bet you they are up to 50, 100. But I'm just removing 10. Polygamy spread wealth through family. How does polygamy spread wealth through family? Revolutionary thinker, come and explain to us. How does polygamy spread wealth? Let's look for rich people in our society to use and set example. We have the likes of Godswill Akpabio, a politician in Nigeria. Imagine the kind of wealth and power Godswill Akpabio is willing in his command. And only one family is benefiting as in-law to all those wealth. Follow me. Just follow me. You will understand this thing. Just follow me. I'm telling you. Imagine Godswill Akpabio getting married to your sister. Automatically, wealth is just coming not just to you as your family. Wealth is also coming to that your society. There is how your brothers will look for something. Because they are in-law to Akpabio, they will have access to Akpabio through your sister. And Akpabio will give them job, being the Senate president. I'm not even talking about the connection part. I'm talking about the wealth that is going to come to the family of the second wife. He marries the third wife from another family, well spread to that family. Someone like Akpabio at that status in our culture supposed to have like 20 wives, 25 wives. I'm telling you. But one woman. And to even think that Akpabio doesn't have side chicks outside, I don't even know what you are saying. He will be having some side chicks now. It's a normal thing for a guy in Africa. He cannot be having sex with that kind of power and that kind of everything. When he's in another country or another state, or another location, and the wife is not in that location, what happens? The side chicks in those locations will turn up and make him okay and take care of him. He cannot just go there and stay like that after working, talking, doing things and come back. The wife is not there and it's just like that. A man of that magnitude doesn't stay like that. There must be a woman who creases her, who massages her when she comes back, make breakfast for him, who massages him, take care of him. But the only thing is that he's not, that woman is side chick. He's not wife. That woman's supposed to be wife so that the man as wealthy as that will not just be giving her iPhone and just be buying her car, latest car. And the girl is even squandering it. The girl doesn't even know what to do. She's using the money to be showing others, others of her friends, her classmates, her colleagues in school. Oh, she will come to school with a car, with an iPhone to intimidate others. How is that helping the society? Whereas if she is your wife, your second wife, third wife, fourth wife, sixth wife, you take care of her as your wife. The wealth will spread to the family. The family will also benefit. The brothers will have jobs because their sister marry a rich man. Anyways, that's just number one. Let's not dwell too. I can explain this thing from now till tomorrow. But let's not dwell. That is just one. Let's go to number 9. Number 9 reason why I picked polygamy over monogamy. Okay, before I go to number 9. Monogamy, the opposite is, I've talked about polygamy, which spread well. The opposite, which is monogamy, is that the man is getting married to one selfish woman. When I say selfish woman, I'm not calling, it's not a bad thing that I'm calling a woman selfish. Nature made a woman to be selfish, to selfishly protect the home. If she's not selfish, if she is as generous as the man, the home will not be preserved. The man that needs to be generous must protect the home and protect the society. He has to be generous. But this one, let the woman be selfish, so that the impulse selfish of how we will be able to preserve the home. You need to see how a woman is guiding her home and her children. You don't trespass. So, but what happens is that selfishness has now override the generosity of the man. In that the wealth that the man is supposed to spread to other family, the selfishness of the woman has overpowered the generosity of the man. By so doing, trap the man in. And the man is only generous to only that woman. Have you seen it now? I said when the revolution of polygamy will start in Africa, it's women that will be the first advocates. Women will be the ones standing up to say, we no go agree, oh, we no go agree. Women are going to churches praying for husbands. Women are everywhere doing. You need to see the population of women that are single without husband, who are hungry every day and night. They are going to bed sleeping without husband, simply because one woman somewhere is catching one man and selfishly ruling them. Let's go to number 2. You people must be, you must wake up. Whether you like it or you must wake up. Number 9 reason why I pick polygamy over monogamy. Transgenerational wealth. Number 9, transgenerational wealth. If you notice in our today's culture with the monogamy, you notice that after 1 or 2 generations, we will not hear anything about the children of these people again. Because one rich man will have 2-3 children. And if any reason or anything happens to those 2-3 children, maybe they didn't make it right and they were not successful, you notice that the wealth and everything of that man crumbles. But polygamy will bring in a lot of children and a lot of options and a lot of opportunity. That there is no way, probability is much, that apart from the name that this man is spreading, the wealth will also spread. And because the wealth spread, the wealth will be transgenerational. That is why, let's go to northern Nigeria. You notice that in the north, Hausas have more transgenerational wealth than Southerners. The reason why Aliko Dangote is the richest man in Africa is because his forefathers left some wealth passed to his father, and his father left it. But all these people were polygamous. Transgenerational wealth can be possible when you are polygamous. But when you are, even you as a man, when you are polygamous, you will be thinking in multiple dimensions. But when you have only 1-2 children, all what you will be thinking in your head is for these 1-2 children. But what you fail to understand is, if you are thinking for 1-2 children, it means you are thinking in a very narrow dimension, which it's only, if I'm hunting for resources for 2, I will only be focusing on these 2. And all the rest of my wealth, I'll be squandering. I'll be wasting it. Because where the wealth is going to is very small, it's just narrow. With 1 million naira, you can take care of these ones every month. But when it is massive, you will notice that you will be thinking in massive perspective. Let's not dwell too much. Polygamy, another reason is polygamy encourages wealth, transgenerational wealth. In other words, when you stand a wealth, the wealth will stand till another generation will come, another generation will come, another generation will come. But when it is monogamy doesn't encourage wealth creation. Because monogamy, all what the man is doing is to just live this life and enjoy this life and die and forget about tomorrow. Some of these monogamous men don't even plan anything for the children. They don't even have that sense of thinking for anything. If our forefathers were like that, they wouldn't have kept lands for us. They were polygamous, and they knew that the base root of survival and sustainability, what will preserve all my children, is land. So they left transgenerational land creations for us. Land wealth for us, not land creation, rather. Land wealth for us. Okay, that is just number 9. Let's go to number 8. Number 8 reason why I pick polygamy over monogamy is that low divorce cases, because it promotes low divorce cases because divorces promote business. Monogamy encourages business in the aspect of divorces. I can explain this thing very, very well. You need to see how a monogamous man is struggling to see how he will be hiding some of his wealth. In case if his wife divorces him, he will not share wealth. When monogamy encourages business, because lawyers need to eat. You need to know the process for filing of divorce, how serious it is and how much you are going to spend. You have to pay lawyer. So by so doing, because you pay lawyer, you promote business. So the government will not come in and do anything to help you. Monogamy promotes business because it's definitely that most times it will lead to divorce. Because immediately you put an impulsive, selfish woman with a very magnificent, generous African man together, the African in him will always want to come out. But the selfishness of this woman who has watched Titanic and imagine in her head how she wants to be with only one man and all of that, all the fantasies in this world, will cripple the generosity of the man. And when he cripples the generosity of the man, whenever this man wants to fight and say, I am the man of this house, there will always be issue. You notice that this man cannot even call this woman by her name. A monogamous man cannot even call her wife by her name. She's calling sweetheart, baby, my love. If I challenge you, go and call your wife by her name, see how brutal that will be. But you fail to understand that her director at work is calling her by her name. Her pastor is calling her by her name. Choma, Idara, Emim, Imabo. Her directors are calling her by her name, and she said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pastor is calling her by her name. She said, yes, daddy. But you, the husband, you cannot try it. Go and try it in monogamy. You will understand what I mean. Anyway, that is not where we are going to. So, number 8 is that polygamy. Now, in polygamy, go to the north. Evidence. When you are talking, where is the evidence? Go to the north. Ask a common northerner. Go to Arab's country. Ask them, how many divorce cases do you people have? Very minimal. Because every woman in polygamy's goal has been set and their goals has been satisfied. They are okay. So they don't have any issue another woman being okay. But monogamy, a woman doesn't even set goals. She doesn't even know why all what she wants is a man who will always make her happy. But what she fails to understand, that if you want someone who will always make you happy, it means you lack happiness inside. You are empty. So you need someone who you will drain that energy called happiness in. And that vacuum is always too vast. You can't fill it in, no matter what, to drain you out. And at the end of the day, she will not still be happy. She will think that happiness is in another man. So she will leave that one and go look for another man, especially when she has successfully. Anyways, let's continue. Number 7 reason why I pick polygamy over monogamy is that, number 7, minimal iniquity in the society. Minimal iniquity in the society. Monogamy encourages iniquity in our land. I can talk on this topic from now till tomorrow. Monogamy encourages iniquity in the land. How does it? And when iniquity is encouraged in the land, it strives business. And government likes business. So they wouldn't try to stop it. That is why you turn around in our society, you see women walking naked. Because they know when they walk naked, the man who is married to one wife is not well satisfied. So the man will always be looking outside. And outside is very, very flashy. Why is outside flashy? Because these women doesn't have husband who takes responsibility and take care of them. So they need to survive. So the only way they can survive is for them to walk naked, so that a man will call them, come here, fine girl, fine girl. They are doing nyash. No matter what is going to take them, they can save up money and stay hungry just to save up money to go and do nyash. So that a man will tell them, come. When the man, they know that when the man says, come, the man will bring money. That is money coming. Money is calling you. By so doing, iniquity increases in our land. That's one aspect of it. Number 2, fornication that the Bible is even condemning. They don't even care. A married man who is committing adultery, iniquity in the land, because the married man is having one wife and having girlfriend. So girlfriend, it means you are committing adultery. You are sleeping with a girlfriend. You have side chick. It's you that is calling it side chick and modernize it. What is wrong with you marrying your side chick? Your side chick is only good to be a side chick. I blame that side chick. It's you that I blame. You agree to be a side chick because you don't have brain. Instead of that rich man to marry you and you will be either a second wife or a third wife, you prefer to be a side chick so that the society will not laugh at you and say, hey, this one, yeah, only a second wife, or yeah, a third wife. You prefer to be boosting, hi, my zaddy. Let's not deviate. So, in polygamy, iniquity in the land is being reduced. Rape is reduced because a man has 2-3 wives. He's well satisfied. If this wife said, "I'm tired, I cannot perform tonight," you say, "No problem, rest." Okay, you cover her, you kiss her, rest. You go and have it with your second wife. Your second wife said, today work is too much. You go and have it with your third wife. By so doing, you notice that a man is well taken care of, and when he's outside and a little girl is roaming around with rubber nyash, exposing her breast all over, he doesn't move the man. The man will tell her, my friend, go and dress well. What is this? So iniquity in the land reduced, but we are not seeing it anyway. So number 7, minimal iniquity in the society. I've explained that. Number 6 reason why I picked polygamy over monogamy is women and children protection. I cannot overemphasize this number 6. Women and children protection. See, the reason why our society is messed up the way it's messed up is because we have a lot of single mothers in the society. And single mothers is good. The reason why single mothers they are succeeding, and they are even boosting that they think that they are succeeding, is because a woman's power is enough to raise a child. That's true, because it looks at it in this way. When a mother hen is working, a mother hen has enough capacity to take care of all his chicks. But what the mother hen fails to understand is that cock that is standing a distance away is checking the sky. If birds or if hunters is coming, he will send the mother signal, and the children will be protected, and the mother will also be protected. But all what humans are seeing that mother hen walking alone with those chicks, and they are like, oh, this mother hen is a single mom. Who told you that the mother hen is a single mom? Who told you that the cock in that area is not watching over that mother hen? It's because you want the mother hen to always be walking alongside with the cock. Okay, let them be putting their hand like this and be walking and be doing show off to you, because you think, don't you know that even chickens and cocks are far better than us? Are far better than us. You want cock and chicken and the mother hen to be working together for you to know that they are husband and wife protecting the children. Your mind is always in the direction of patching a man and a woman together. They must always be together. The man and the woman must always be together. Who told you that? Who told you that? Anyways. So number 6, women protection. In polygamy society, you notice that every woman has a husband. And if anything happens to her, she calls her husband shows up. If she needs anything that requires a husband to show up, a husband shows up. But in monogamy, in monogamy, the woman cannot even, because in monogamy, you notice that the woman is even the controller of the house. So the man is already a weakling. The man cannot even protect her. Talk more of that is why they will leave at the end of the day. The woman will be a single mom and all of that. And even if a man is protecting only one woman. Let's say now married men will come out and say, hey, I protect my wife. Yes, you protect your wife. What about other women in our society? What about our sisters? Who is protecting them? When you pick one woman and protect one woman, who is protecting others? What if your sister was among those who did not see husband to pick? What would have been your fate for her? You would prefer her to stay like that without a husband? Without anybody protecting her? They are wicked. Let's go to number 5. Number 5 reason why I picked polygamy over monogamy is that submission, neutralization, and leadership. Let's start with leadership. Polygamy gives the man the leadership over his home. As a man, you're supposed to build your home. Your home is your empire. Your home is your empire. You're supposed to build and protect and preserve your home. And the only way you can build and protect your home is when you lead. And you can only be a leader when you have followers. If you marry one wife, where on earth do you see a leader having one follower? That is why they are pushing partnership. They said you and your follower are partners. So sometimes your follower goes in this direction, so you go in this direction. So people are not building nothing. People are just there doing nonsense. Whereas in polygamy, leadership is established first. And when leadership is established, there will be direction. The leader will now say, let's all of us go this way. And all of us collectively with one unison, with one force, we go that way. Success is inevitable when you will direction. But when it is monogamy, in monogamy, you notice that sometimes the woman wants to lead. Sometimes the woman will say, I don't want it this way, I want it this way. She doesn't have anybody to oppose her. But in polygamy, if one wife said, I want it this way, the other wife will say, no, we want it this way. This one will say, no. Yes, you will say, let's vote. There's nothing like let's vote, because a polygamous man, first of all, after all of them have submitted all their opinions, at the end of the day, you as the leader, the logical man, you'll be able to see the best one that will be better for everybody. So you go for the best one. Anyways. So leadership, then neutralization. One of the key forces of divorce is that when that boil of monogamy between an opposite force, when you keep an opposite force together for some time, at some point they will blast, because they are opposite, they don't blend in. When you bring in a man is logic, generous, right? A woman is impulsive, selfish. She wants everything for herself. A man wants everything for herself and wants everything for other people, the society, the home, and everything. A man is generous. So when you put these two energy together, at some point the two energy will blast. So for you to bring in, let's use an atom for instance. An atom is the smallest particle of an element, right? Nature has shown us this thing, but we are turning a deaf eye to it. Look at an atom. An atom has 3 elements inside. Number 1 is electron, and number 2 is proton, and number 3 is neutron. What happens is electron has free regulation. Electron can go anywhere he chooses to go to. That electron is you, the man. Then the proton is inside, stagnant in one location. The proton doesn't move. The proton is your first wife. Now, the neutron is to neutralize and separate the electron from the proton and put neutrality between electron and the proton. Because if you bring in electron and you merge it with a proton, it will blast. That is how bomb is created. Bomb is simply bring in electron, remove neutron, and bring in electron and add it with proton, and it turns to blast. So when you marry a third wife, your second wife or third wife now comes in as neutron to neutralize your marriage. I cannot explain more than that. If you like, you understand. If you don't like, you leave. And then I say submission, neutralization, and leadership. Submission, because at that point, the woman ego has where to go to now. A woman's impulse ego will now be competing with other wives on who will be the best wife to you. So the impulse woman will not be fighting you anymore. She now have what to fight. When you put energy in a place, you need to put where the energy needs to be going to. When you don't put where those energy needs to be going to, the energy will be directly to you. You will be the one absorbing all those energy. That is why they are encouraging you to endure in marriage as a man. Endure. You're not a man. Endure. All what they are preaching for you to endure is for you to be absorbing that energy. And the funny thing that you fail to understand is that when you are absorbing those energy, it's draining you, and it's not making you to be able to focus in life and push life. Because for you to focus and push life, you need a lot of logic to break this life. And imagine people that, let me not even go there. So it will bring submission in a sense that the woman will automatically submit. If she doesn't want to submit, even if she doesn't want to submit, you don't come and force her to submit. Let's say now, you come back from work, you want your first wife to cook soup for you. You feel like eating afang soup. Honey, please cook afang soup for me. And then she said, oh, I'm tired today, I cannot cook afang, I'm tired. You just say, okay, no problem. Imabong, come and cook afang for me. Imabong will rush. You need to see how Imabong is rushing to cook that afang. Because Imabong is fighting to win your heart. So Imabong will rush and cook that afang for you. By the time Imabong cooks afang for you, and you will be giving Imabong your attention, the first wife will sit up. You don't even need to shout on your first wife and start combating with her. She gives you attitude, you just turn and face your second wife. Your second wife takes care of you. Second wife gives attitude, you turn and face the third wife. By so doing, you don't even know what is attitude. Because when you come around, everybody is on their best behavior to please you. Because when they don't, you take away attention from them. And they know what it feels like when you take away attention from them. But if you're a man, you are scared. You said, what if you take attention from them and they go and sleep with another man? No problem. Immediately your wife, as a polygamous man, sleeps with another man and you find out, you don't do anything. You just pack her things and go back to her father's house. Let her go and stay with that man she's sleeping with. Let her go and marry. Let her go and face life outside first. Sometimes all what it takes to neutralize your wife is for her to go and taste it outside. When she finished tasting it outside for 2-3 years, and she see that man that was preaching love to her, after deceiving her, you notice that she will come back. And a polygamous man, at any time she comes back, you have to understand that she is your wife, she has learned her mistake, and accept her back. But your issue is that you are checking your wife's phone. In monogamy, you are checking your wife's phone. If your wife is chatting, your heart is doing quick. You cannot tell your wife, sit down. If she says, I'm not sitting, if you tell me to sit down, I will leave this marriage. And you are asking, okay, no problem. No. You are like that mother who has only one and only child. So when one and only child, that is 14 years old child, is coming to tell the mother, I want to go club. And mother said, you are not yet time to go club. Wait until when you reach 18. And the child will be like, mother, if I don't go to club, I will kill myself. You will think that child is joking. That child will go and carry knife and carry it like this. I will kill myself if you don't allow me to go club. And she will say, the mother will have no choice because the mother's heart is tied to only that one child. And that mother will say, okay, no problem, go to club. Even when you know that going to club will destroy that girl's future. You are helpless. But when you have 2, 3, 4, 5 children, you need to see my mother. When you have 2, 3 children, you said, this one said, I want to go club. You are not going anywhere. Said, I want to kill you will even be the one carrying cutlass. If you don't kill yourself today, the way I'll beat you, take this one, kill yourself. And when she turn around and see how that you don't even care if she dies, because even if true she dies, let her die with her stupidity, you still have 5, 10. That is the same way with a monogamous man. A monogamous man who have one wife cannot correct the wife, because if the wife said no, if you try to correct me, I'm going to leave this marriage, the man will have no choice. The man doesn't want. Because besides, if the woman leave, who is going to take care of the children? But even if there are children, the first wife leave, the second wife is there to still administer motherhood role to those children. But you don't know. Nobody is telling you. Don't worry, I will do the thinking for us. That is number 5, submission, neutralization, and leadership. In polygamy, in summary, in polygamy, there is neutralization of those things. All those fights is not there. All those things is not there. And number 4 reason why I picked polygamy over monogamy is responsibility. Self-responsibility. You know, when a man makes money and start gathering resources, when a man makes money, if that man has only one wife, you notice that the man will not be struggling to build that family because it's just one wife and maybe 2 children. So let's say a man that is earning, let's say 10 million naira every month. It doesn't take him 1 million every month to take care of the family in excess. Takes care of everything because it's only one family. Do you understand? So the rest of the money will corrupt the man. It will make the man feel too powerful. Do you understand? It will make the man to always want to be authoritative in the society. That is why in Africa today, if you just scratch a man's car, he will come out, he will say, do you know who I am? Do you know this? You know? Because he doesn't have a lot of responsibilities. He doesn't have just one wife and he's okay. The rest money, he's squandering it. He's going to club. He's having side chicks. He's misbehaving. He's doing this, squandering money, going to club to do dorime. He's irresponsible, basically. And at the end of the day, the man will squander the money and still end up poor. But if a man in polygamy, what happens in the opposite side? In polygamy, responsibility is restored. Because you know, if you have 10 million, 2 million will go to this first wife family. 2 million will go to the second family. 3 million will go to this other family. This one will go to this other family. Now, you ask me, how are you going to be making money to take care of all these things? In polygamy, when you marry a woman, you marry a woman who brings in value. You don't marry a woman who doesn't have anything and start taking care of a woman. Let's assume now. You want to marry a second wife or third wife. And you look at that you have a farm, right? You have a farm. You can marry an agriculturist student who studied agriculture or crop science. By so doing, she will be the manager in your farm. By so doing, the money you are making from your farm, you will be paying her salary. By so doing, you have created job for her. You have not just created job for her, you have created career for her. She will be so submissive to you because even at work, she is calling you the husband. Yes, sir. Okay, sir, my boss. And she comes back home, she still calls you Dogu at home as her husband. So responsibilities will be administered because you now have families to take care of. You don't squander money. You don't go to club to be spraying money because you know that money that you are going to club to spray, you can use it and take care of your wife, second wife or third wife family. Do you understand? Responsibility is restored. Let's move. We don't have time. This video is already going to 30-something minutes. So that's number 4, responsibility rested on the shoulder of the man, making the man to be more productive, making the man to think in multiple directions, not just in one direction. Number 3, survival through childbirth because your strength lies in your numbers. Survival. Number 3 reason why I picked polygamy. If you notice in monogamy, our population is reducing. Let's sit down and watch. Every rich man, everybody wants to have 1 or 2 child. If our forefathers were having 1 or 2 child and then colonizers came and then enslaved us, packed our I said they took 40 million slaves out of Africa. If they were monogamous and marrying 1 or 2 children, Africa would have been wiped off. But no matter how much they were taking us out for slaves, we had a lot of Africans left over that were in the land to protect the land and still preserve and still continue survival. Our survival as blacks would have been wiped off if we were monogamous. If we continue being monogamous like this, what is the future hope for our generation? You think that we are too much? You really think that we are too much? You don't know that we are not growing in numbers the way we're supposed to. Because in Africa, our strength lies in numbers. Our strength lies in numbers. We are not like the West. The West, one man in the West can just sit down one way and organize something and throw it, and it don't need to wipe off a whole community in Africa. Just one man. In Africa, you can just drive and have accident and die. You don't have good hospital, your child can just sick and die. You don't have good roads. No matter how you pray, you can just drive the car, and because nobody is putting speed limits, someone can just drive speed and lost brake and enter the street. In fact, it's not you are careful, you are at the corner, someone just lost control and come and kill you. What will be your fate? If you have just 1 and only child and then you lost that child or 2 children, something happens to them. The other time I watched a documentary where one rich man that owns, I think, the owner of Access Bank, with the family entered plane, a helicopter, and the helicopter crashed, and the whole family was wiped off. The whole family was wiped off. The whole lineage stopped existing. Because of what? So our survival will be preserved because we will multiply in numbers. And we can only multiply in numbers through polygamy. Because your one wife that you are marrying, and with today's world, after putting to bed 1 or 2 child, she will not want to go to put to bed again. She is tired. Some of them are doing operation. They are doing operation too. And this operation has limits. A woman can give you highest 2-3 children nowadays. Not like our mother's time that one woman can give you 10 children. So if you are marrying one wife, how is one wife is going to achieve that? You see that our population is reducing in numbers. You marry a second wife, it gives you kids. You marry a third wife, it gives you kids. Population increases. And when population increases, this population will be able to create and sustain life and create wealth. Do you know the importance of human resources? Do you know what is called human resources? Do you know the protection that comes with human resources? Do you know that if you want to come and fight, if somebody wants to come and fight you now, let's say now, Akpabio, that is from Akwa Ibom, marries a wife from Delta State, right? I don't know why I'm using Akpabio. Maybe I like him, or I don't like him. I don't know. I don't like any politician. But I'm just using Akpabio because Akpabio is popular. It's a public figure. Everybody can see him and knows who I'm talking about. The Senate President of Nigeria. So I'm not using him in a bad way. I'm using him for example for this purpose. Now, if Akpabio marries someone from Delta State, You notice that Akpabio and Delta are in-laws. Delta people will not be fighting Akpabio. Even if something happens that Delta wants to fight Akpabio, the children are from Delta too. They will take the news and tell Akpabio, my Delta people want to do this thing. They will not even fight your in-laws. Because in Africa, there is a law that you cannot fight your in-law. Have you wondered why when King Solomon was ruling as a king throughout his tenure, there was no war in the land? Even when his father was fighting war up and down. Because anytime a nation wants to rise and fight them, he will go and marry one of their daughters. And when he marries their daughters, automatically he has neutralized that nation. He will spread his wealth to that nation. That nation will not even fight him again. Anyway, we are not seeing it, sure. So survival through childbirth, because our strength lies in numbers. We are like those buffaloes. As we are moving boom, boom, boom in numbers, that is where our protection and our strength lies. We don't have strength when we are walking alone. The reason why you are struggling is because you are walking alone. Okay, if you like, you listen. Number 2 reason why I picked polygamy over monogamy is development of value. I can explain this development of value as a topic on its own. Let's use, for instance, let's say now a young lady that learns how to sew clothes, right? She has a value, and a rich man marries her as a second or third wife. The man will now invest in that her value. The man will be like, okay, this clothes that you know how to sew, I'll open a store for you. Come and sew it in big form. Money will come in for her to use it and establish herself. Because the man will have kids with her, so that woman's value must be multiplied so that the money that will come from her value will sustain those kids. By so doing, the man will be planning the future for that wife and the children, while the wife is taking care of feeding herself and feeding the children by the reason of the man multiplying her value. So her value now sustains them, while the man's wealth now covers them. Are you seeing the thing now? But in monogamy, one rich man marries only one woman and takes care of that one woman. Other women in the society that has value cannot even develop those values. You need to see how our women are doing everything humanly possible to push their value. Some of them are even sleeping with men to get money to come and do those things, multiply their values. These men are using them. Some of them, those values even dies. And then we are saying that our women are not productive. How are they going to be productive when they don't have husband who is giving them directions on what to do and how to do it well? Don't you know that it's only a man that has logic to be able to use his logic to navigate through life and say, do it like this, don't do it like this. They will impulsively, people will come in and scam them. They are not protected. They are struggling. Or go and ask a single mother who is struggling to establish business, how she is struggling and the kind of fight she is facing. But if she has a husband, the husband will make it easier for her. And her goal will be satisfied. She will not come and say, okay, this man that is making me okay, let me keep him only for myself, selfishly, so that he will not go in and help other women. Anyways, so value development. And value development will mean spreading of wealth. Value development will mean prosperity in Africa. Because all your wives' value that they have will be multiplied. You will invest in them. And even you as a man, you make more money. And take the money and take care of them overall. How do you think? Look it in a system of government where the center of Abuja is the power force who is powering all the states. The states are producing, but they are submitting it under the center, and the center is regulating all of them and giving all of them direction. You don't want to. You want to marry one wife, no problem. Number 1 is wealth creation. Number 1 purpose of and most important reason of polygamy, apart from the first instinct of survival, is that it's going to create wealth. Because the idea that Nollywood preached to you, where Sophia or something was acting, where he marries a wife and then he goes and tells this other wife, my first wife, I married my first wife because of mistake. I did not find you. I didn't mean I find you first. I would have married you. Just know that this man is a vegetable man. Very vegetable man. When you multiply the value of your wives, you automatically create wealth. Wealth creation is inevitable in polygamy. Wealth creation is inevitable. A man was meant to go and hunt for resources, bring those resources, spread those resources. So when you spread them, they can germinate. And when they germinate, I don't even know what we are even doing. I don't know what we are doing anyways. But I wanted to not to confuse you, to just lay out this 45 minutes of talking. It's not easy, but I needed to pour out everything in one video. Whoever that watched this video to this level, and highlight in the comment section the new thing that you learned. Tell me the favorite, which number was your favorite point. Drop it in the comment section. At any time you watch this video to this theme, to this level, it will make me understand that my effort is not wasted, that people have actually watched this video to this level. Thank you very much, Ebere Sokoiswa. You're a revolutionary thinker. Will always do the thinking for us. Bye.